Hey, real quick, don't skip ahead just yet, all right? I got something really cool I want to show you, all right? Yes, I'm 30, and yes, I've been working on Fortnite dances. I don't care if it's cringe. All right, so, shut the fuck up. All right, before this video gets started, let me tell you something. Didn't fucking look at me, all right? So one of the video games that I've been looking forward to for a very long time is coming out this weekend. I'm taking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off just to play it. Twitch.tv/DIWD, that's where I'm gonna be playing it at all fucking weekend. Things can happen, things can change. I'm playing early access, so I don't know if I'll get it right away. I don't know how it works. But if you get bored this weekend, I think starting tonight, which it should be Thursday, tonight should be Thursday, come in, say hi, say what's up, twitch.tv/DIWD. And I've been working my hands off, trying to finish up orders so I can take the fucking 3-day weekend off so I can enjoy myself. So if you bought some license plate frames or some hangers or some signs or whatever, all that shit is finished. It'll ship out the beginning of next week. Now that we got that covered, it's time to go to the real video.
Howdy. All right. So we need to talk about some things on this Camaro here real quick. It's been a minute since you guys have seen it. I mean, it's been in the background of videos, but I haven't worked on it in I think a couple of months now, and there's reasons for that, and we'll get in there in a second. I don't know how to hold this thing. Sorry, I look the way I do. Decided I wanted to try to get some orders done before I take this next couple of days off and enjoy the long weekend for myself so I can play Starfield. But we have a lot to talk about on this car. The last time we left off, we had found just an absolute metric fuck ton of rot and rust in the A-pillars, the underside of the dashboard itself, the top of the dash, the front of the firewall. I mean, all around. And you're talking about in areas that are very structural and very important to the rigidity of this car. And by now, I think everybody understands that I got kind of had on this car. I think that is the price of doing business in America. I also don't think that there is any legal recourse I can take. I think that's just how it is. I bought a car as is from a dealership via, I believe, they were essentially selling it for somebody else. I don't really understand how it took place. I paid way too much for the car. Subpar condition, very, very, very subpar condition, right? And I've spent a long time thinking about this thing because every time I see it, it fucking hurts my feelings. That is sitting in my shop knowing that I can't really do it the way I want to do it. When I got this car, the idea was to turn it into what I would consider a perfect, beautiful resto mod. You know, custom interior, custom dashboard. When I bought it, it looked like it was a good candidate. I was told it had a frame-up restoration, which is just downright false, unless you consider covering rust holes with body filler, filling gaps with body filler. So if you consider that a restoration, then yeah, super restored. I could go on all day about it. I'm not a victim here, and that's not what's going on here. I'm not trying to play a victim. I'm simply just a dude, like I'm one guy. I don't have 100 people working with me. I don't have $1 million YouTube dollars to help me finish this project. I'm going off of what I would consider a very, very basic budget, right? It's clear to me that I just don't have the resources and the funds to make this car the way I wanted it. And a lot of people have been telling me that I should just give up on it. I should just cut my losses and separate myself from the car, sell the car, and I have strongly considered that. It is something that has crested my mind like a million times, right? And there is no good way to hold this thing. Everyone's always asking me, how come I use a bunch of different stuff as mic stands? And I always say the same thing to them. Why are you talking to me? But I've had a lot of people tell me that I should probably just give it up, throw in the towel, which would suck. That means that I forfeit all my sponsorships. You know, I've got an engine that was supplied to me at a discounted rate. I have a ton of accessories on that engine from Holley Performance. I have an awesome wide tub kit from Detroit Speed along with their like whole subframe kit. Gear FX has an axle. Monster Transmissions has a transmission. So I would be forfeiting all of these sponsored stuff or basically donating it or turning around and putting it into a different project. And that fucking sucks because I've worked very hard to get those sponsorships. And quite frankly, it would be very fucked up of me to do that. That's something that I think has become all too consistent in this community, is just, especially with YouTubers, man, and which makes it harder for people like me to get sponsors. But then look at me. They've been very patient. You know, nobody's pressing me to do anything. They've been very patient and understanding, especially with everything that has gone on in the past 3 years. Everyone on board is still on board, and they've been very patient, and I've been very lucky for that. So, here's what I've decided. First of all, I'm not giving up. It's not what I do. It's not who I am. It's never been who I am. It's never been what I've been about. I'm not someone who gives up. Even if it takes me 10 years, I will finish. It's just how I am. For everybody that's told me to give up on the dually or the Fox body or the Camaro, I just do not have that quit in me. As much as I think it would be awesome. You know, there's a lot of times where I'm like knuckles deep in something that I was like, man, I sure wish I could just tell myself it's okay to quit. I cannot walk away from this. And call it ego, call it pride, just maybe it's how I was raised. I just can't. And like I said, I'm not 100% a victim here. I'm not, oh, poor me, you know, it's like, oh, I got screwed, you know, like some of this is my fault. The way I approached the whole thing, the way I've taken time, and my eyes were certainly too big for my stomach on taking on projects. It's my fault too. The condition of the car is not my fault. However, the fact that it is still in pieces is. I thought I was gonna collect tools and parts and slowly just magically have the skill to do exactly what I wanted, and that's not gonna happen. I am going to get the car running. I'm not gonna make a perfect car, but honestly, after thinking about it a long time, I fuck things up a lot. So rather than waste a bunch of time and let it sit around for another 4 years and not get done, and I'm gonna do it. I've been waiting. The reason I haven't started on it yet is because I've been waiting on some parts. Thankfully, Speedway has come to save the day. They're like, we fucking got you, dude. We understand the boat that you're in, and we're here to save the day. So they sent out a bunch of stuff. I've been waiting on a bunch of stuff because it's been back ordered. That's why I haven't posted any videos or updates, is because I've been waiting to get the back ordered parts, but I have them now. I think most of them. I might be missing one or two, but I have most of them. So it's really, this is just letting you guys know the direction is changing, my time frame on it, right? I think I'm gonna go more rat rod. I'm gonna reinforce it because a lot of this shit is weak, like the A-pillars and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna build kind of like my own tubular supports, you know, maybe what I was thinking about doing with the Mustang originally and kind of just implicating it, you know? I'm gonna probably have to build my own transmission tunnel, some other stuff, some floor pans, because I like doing that. I like making stuff, right? Whether it's right or wrong, I'm going to just fucking do it. Something that I can just kind of beat the fuck out of and not care, because what else am I gonna do? One of the main reasons I haven't hardcore been cracking on it, even after making this decision, is because it's fucking been 98 degrees every day in Georgia, a couple of 100-degree days, and not to be a little pussy victim, but heat fucking kills me. You know, I have MS. I try not to fucking bring it up often, but it does kill me. Like if I'm out in the heat too long, if I'm in the shop too long. So this is now officially 2023, 2024 winter project. So I don't give a fuck about air conditioning or power steering. I want this thing to be running and driving by the end of winter next year. So that is the goal. So let's start in order. I got the dually back from Economy Diesel. They fixed what I think everything, the small stuff. They got it up and running good. I do have an occasional StabiliTrak light that comes on and off. It goes away. I don't think it's gonna stop me from getting it registered. We'll see. But that is literally the last step, is to get it registered. I believe. The dually's done. I mean, I'm still gonna work on it. I'm still gonna build stuff for it and modify it and whatnot, but like registered driving videos. The new fast fuel system's on it. It's fast as fuck. Prepare very soon for that to hopefully be registered. I think everything's squared away with it. I think we're good, but yeah, okay. Mustang's on the back burner. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. And then finally, the Magna. Told myself I was gonna build my own custom EFI kit. Turns out I don't know how to do that. So I'm gonna have to get the carburetors up and running. I have tried my best in the past with carburetors. Might give it a crack again, probably not. But I'd like to commit the frame entirely to the chop. So I do have a hardtail, but there's technically still a swing arm that's just been kind of welded in place. I'd like to cut that out completely, replace it with tubing, and make it a whole hard swing arm, strip the frame and powder coat it. That's what I'd like to do. Most of the stuff I can do with the doors closed, put it back together, and get that up and running. Listen to me. Listen to me when I say this. Nobody wants me to get a project done more than me. I know you're looking at me thinking like, damn dude, this guy fucking sucks. And I do. While my intentions are pure, I have certainly done a shitty job of finishing projects. I know that, you know that, my dad knows that, my mom knows that, Laura knows that. I think we all know that. I will say I'm trying my best, and I appreciate the patience. It's much more than I deserve. You guys have stuck around with me for a very long time. Most of you have. Some of you guys are new. Some of you guys have left and then come back. But that's where we stand. That's where things are with the dually, which is great. I mean, I could not be fucking happier that those taillights work. The truck it drives so good. It drives so good, and it should be ready to go. That's fingers crossed. I mean, I've only been saying it for 4 years. But I mean, think about what that truck's been through. It's got new everything. I mean, excluding the engine, the transmission, and the first half of the cab. Everything is new. It's got new axle, new drive shaft, new suspension, new front axles, new fuel system, new fuel tank, completely new interior from top to bottom. I'm talking carpet to headliner and everything in between, like the dashboards and the seats, new bed. Did I say frame? It's got a new frame, new tires, new wheels. I mean, everything on that truck is basically been replaced. And I will go through everything and break down the cost and the value and all that other shit in that video. It's gonna be a doozy for sure. Yeah, so can't give up. Someone's backing the fuck up. I don't think it's people who want to see me fail as much as people just want to see me fucking move on. It's been the same couple of projects for the same couple of years. But that being said, that is the plan. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go play Starfield. That's a very abrupt ending, but you know I like them rough. Or abrupt, rather. Fuck. Shit. Thanks for watching, guys. Who shall not unsubscribe? That's Lord of the Rings, right? I don't fucking watch Lord of the Rings. I think it's stupid. Gandalf didn't even drive a Camaro. What a fucking pussy.